Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Average Old Podcast. Thank you for listening. I am your host, LO, and here we go. I heard that little rhyme in it. I can't help but to just throw it out there. What's going on, y'all? This is another week, another dollar. I just really want to take the time out right now to just say thank you all for listening still. I just really appreciate it. I'm trying hard to make this thing grow. I'm trying harder to make it better. I'm in like this little sound booth right now, hoping it sounds a little better right now. I've been listening to people. I've been talking to my cousin. She works on the radio. She been giving me advice. She was just like, whenever you talk, smile, be more you. So hopefully you all hear it a little bit more in the podcast. So hey, here we go. I mean, it's just me this week. So anyway, I just want to talk to y'all about something that's going on with me, and not to get too personal, but it is about my relationship, and I just really want to share with you all because this is just some average stuff that we all go through. A lot of things in life, we go through things and we feel like it's us, it's just us, but it's not just us. It's like whatever your problem that you have going on, a lot of times when you go down the street, someone's having the same problems. I remember one time I had sex with this girl, and I went to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and she called me, and she was saying that she was late. And so how old am I at the time? I was like, how old was I? I was like, I was 20. I was 20 going on 21. 21. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. Whenever you hear someone say panda, you be like, panda. Whenever I hear somebody say 21, I always just repeat it the same thing. Like 21. Anyway, let me stop being silly. So she said, I asked her, so I said, if you are pregnant, what would you do? She said, if I'm pregnant, I would be keeping. And that always stuck with me the way she said it. She didn't say, if I'm pregnant, I'll be keeping it. She was, I guess she was kind of thrown off, or maybe she just felt awkward about it as well. So she just said it like that. It was always like a little thorn in my paw the way she said that. If I'm pregnant, I will be keeping. So I'm sweating bullets, man. Like, Lord have mercy, she can't be pregnant. Like, and so I remember when I first got to Fort Bragg, you had to do like this in processing. And while I was in processing, we had like a little break, and we was all outside. People go outside to smoke. I just had to go outside and get some fresh air. And this guy, who I never met before, if I met him today, I wouldn't know it was him. He looked at me. Me and him did not have a conversation. I said nothing to him. He looked at me and said, "You look like you're waiting on somebody to bleed." And when he said it, like everything in me just like lit up, and it just made me feel so much better. Because in that moment, I realized that this huge thing that I feel like is on me right now is just some average stuff that we all go through. Everyone had a pregnancy scare. All of us have had one. It was almost at least one. So of course, in that situation, she texted me like a day or two later. Her stomach was hurting and she got her period, so that worked out. Because at the time I wasn't ready for a baby. Neither was she. So anyway, in 2014, I had went to Germany. I got stationed in Germany, Grafenberg, Germany. And I got there like on a Thursday. And on a Friday, I had met some guys and we went out to this bar/club, but mainly bar. It was called Ed's, right outside Grafenberg Gate. Shout out to my people in Germany. We went in there and went to the back part of it. And it was okay, I wasn't stuck in my room, so I wasn't like just by myself, so I was having an okay time. And I see this girl. She had like some beautiful eyes. She looked good, had like the little dimples and stuff. So I approached her. I tried to talk to her, We had a nice little conversation. And so I asked her like for her number. And she was like, maybe later. And I'm like, maybe later. Like, what does that even mean? Like, is that a yes, is that a no? Like, if you don't want to give me a number, like, I am okay with it. I'm a grown, at the time, I was 23. I'm a grown man, I'm okay with the rejection. I mean, in life you're gonna get more no's than you get yeses. It's just on you to capitalize on your yeses with anything. Take that with y'all. So anyway, going along with the night, I go outside again to get some fresh air, just cause, whatever. So lo and behold, I look around and I see girl. And I'm thinking to myself, in that split moment, I think to myself, what's she doing out here? And then she raised up her hand and put that cigarette to her mouth. And I'm like, what the fuck? Cause for the most part in America, not everyone, but for the most part, a lot of the real attractive, beautiful girls that I've been attracted to, that I've been around, or that I've seen from afar, they don't smoke cigarettes. They don't smoke cigarettes, And so when I seen it, it just threw me off. It's like, what is she doing smoking? Like, she beautiful. She don't supposed to smoke. Like, she don't supposed to do that, So, being there, of course, like, that was like the second day being there, I realized everyone smokes. Everyone smokes. So, like, almost every girl I had any type of involvement with while I was there, they smoked. All of them smoke. It's just what they do there. They smoke. I mean, I don't have a joke for that or nothing. They all just smoke. So, when some girls smoke, but when all girls smoke, it's just something you have to get used to. Like, if you deal with white girls, you gotta deal with them drinking Starbucks. I'm just saying, certain things is, well, I'm not trying to generalize anyone, but certain things just come with certain things, certain people, So, being in Germany, the girls smoke. So you just you kind of like got to a point where, of course, I didn't like it at first, but got to a point where I had to become somewhat numb to it because that's what they all did. And so that's what I did. I became somewhat numb to it, and just dealt with it. And so after a while, I met my wife. Well, then, of course, she wasn't then, but I met my wife. Of course, she smoked too. So, by that time, I was like, kind of like numb to it. Still didn't like it, but I was like numb to it. And so we got together and I tried to get her to stop smoking. And at one point she had got some pills from a family member from Russia. And she was taking the pills and it helped her stop smoking. So she stopped. And that lasted for like maybe 2 weeks. And then she started back smoking. And I was like, thought I had it, right? And then a while later she had got like this little spray. And she just sprayed in her mouth a couple times a day. And that helped her stop smoking. And she stopped smoking. And I'm thinking, yes, she stopped smoking. Then she started back smoking. Then she wouldn't stop. I'm talking to her, whatever. And I couldn't get her to stop smoking. I got my grandma to stop smoking too, as a random story. When we was young, my grandma used to smoke. And, I was in Head Start and kindergarten and whatnot. They always trying to tell the kids back then, about how smoking is bad. So me and my brothers, we used to just like bring all that stuff to my grandma, like, you don't need to smoke, blah, blah, blah. And eventually she did stop smoking, so that was my first woman I ever got to stop smoking. I love you, Grandma. So anyway, my fiance then, she wouldn't stop smoking. And so I left Germany last year in July 2016. And she still said she was working on that, to stop smoking. So she just developed some willpower to stop smoking. And then she started back again. Okay, well, let me back up just a little bit. She stopped smoking. She said that was going to be my birthday present from her. That was going to be my birthday present. And hey, I'll take that. Cause you stop smoking means you're going to live a healthier life and hopefully you live longer. And some of the effects of smoking won't be as bad. Because for you all who don't know, my wife is Russian, so she is white. So, sooner or later that smoking is going to catch up with her. And then I don't want her to be 40 looking 50 or 50 looking 60, So anyway, she had stopped smoking, I say maybe around August or whatever. And she didn't smoke she didn't smoke at all. She told me maybe like around in like January or whatnot, that she smoked one cigarette, and she said it tasted so horrible. So I'm thinking to myself, yes, this is great. Because we were apart from July until February. So February, she gets here to America, and then shortly after that, a couple weeks after that, she started back smoking, and she haven't stopped since. I mean, she just burns through them. Maybe 2 or 3 packs a week. And it's just like, I just really hate it because it's just like, I seen her, she was able to quit from July to like February. And it's just, I just really hate it for her because I don't want that for her. And I just know like all the negative things about smoking. But the thing is, it's like, if you smoke a cigarette today, you don't see the negative effects today. So when you don't see those repercussions automatically, it's like, what's going to stop you from enjoying that cigarette? But anyway, thank y'all, man, for coming back and listening, man. This won't be no long one. I'm just really here just to talk to my people real quick and just vent with y'all. So I know y'all seen that Steph Curry was at Harrison Barnes' wedding dancing. He did the little LeBron thing to that little video, to that little song. And that Curry was mocking LeBron just a little bit. But the thing that people kept talking about was Kyrie was right there, kind of like egging him on a little bit. And they didn't talk about this part, but it looked like at one part of it, Kyrie had like grabbed Steph's like not coat, his tuck and like started shaking it a little bit. So he really was like egging him on. I think it's just so disrespectful because on Kyrie's part, because Kyrie wouldn't be Kyrie without LeBron. Like whatever Kyrie say or think about Kyrie, I really don't care. I mean, can a dude ball? Is he the truth? Yes. The whole question is, I'm not saying that. But he wouldn't be who he is without LeBron. His name, you never put him in the top 5 category until LeBron came there. Would Kobe be who he is without Shaq? Michael without Scottie? Curry without KD? KD without Curry? Like, these are stupid questions. Like, of course these guys who they are without each other. But what was Kyrie before? I said this in my last episode, so I won't go through all that again. So it's just like, I just think it's just super disrespectful on his part. And then now he won't waive his, he won't sign an extension with no team. So now it's, who really gonna give up anything to get him if he won't stay? What sense did that make? So now it's gonna be hard for him to even get out of there. So moving on from that, I got a question for y'all. Imagine if you're the boss of a NFL team and you need a quarterback and they want Colin Kaepernick. That's who you want. That's who you need. But you don't want the backlash from it. I just feel like it should be somewhat simple. Does he help your team? Does he make your team better or worse? If he makes your team better, that's a check mark. That's like the biggest check mark on your list. He's not going to be expensive either. That's another check mark. Sign him. Sign him. They're talking about, some of the owners are saying that they're getting phone calls from season ticket holders that, oh, if you sign him, I'm done, I'm out. Let the motherfucker leave. If they get rid of their season tickets or cancel their season ticket, you know what you do? You resell them. Somebody gonna buy them. And then that, you don't want to lose that person. You know what that person gonna do? Cause if you believe Colin Kaepernick is gonna win, you know what that person gonna do? They're gonna go home. They're gonna buy NFL subscription, and then they're gonna watch it on TV. And let's just say Colin Kaepernick does help your team out. So, oh, you hate Colin Kaepernick. You got rid of your tickets. You showed them. You stuck it to your own team. Your own team. You stuck it to them though. But then you come on your TV, and your team is 3-1. Now you're looking at Colin Kaepernick like, he didn't break no laws technically. Now you back. You know what I'm saying? This ain't real outrage. Not all of it. All of it. Let me rephrase that. All of it is not real outrage. Some of it is just in the moment outrage. Cause this is sports. People who know me know that I am nowhere near a Carmelo Anthony fan. Every time I see a fake picture online and Carmelo in a Lakers uniform, I be like, no. My friends know not to come with me with none of that fucking Carmelo Anthony to the Lakers shit. Cause I'm always saying no. But and at the same time, I'll be a hypocrite because if he came to the Lakers and you looked around, the Lakers was 10-2, 15-1, 20-3, I'll be routing the same social media saying Melo for MVP. We say that stuff until they get on our team and our team start winning with them. Now we rocking with them. So like I said, hell, they're not gonna really lose no money. The people who, the real sports fans, they're gonna still rock with their team, especially if the team does good with the person. So give a man a chance. Give him a 1-year deal. I mean, they got rapists on football team. People still ride with them. They got people who assaulted their spouses. Damn, had one dude, Peterson, he had a lot of transgressions. He's still on the NFL roster. So it's like, people can break the law and people are okay with it. But Colin Kaepernick took a knee, and people lose their mind over it. Oh, you patriotic, they love America. Who do you think he's doing it for? He's doing it for Americans. So think about it. Oh, you American. Okay, he's doing it to get equal justice, but he wants Americans to be treated equal. African Americans, Americans of color. I mean, he's not saying treat them better than white people. He's saying treat them equal. Is that too much to ask? Now, if you're a racist and you say yes, that's too much to ask, I kind of respect you because you're being honest about it. But don't try to hide behind the whole he disrespecting the flag and automatically linking the flag to the troops. Don't do that. Because that flag, I look at it every day. It's on my shoulder. Not once do I see the words ARMY or military on it. It represents the whole America. From what is that, from sea to shining sea, whatever. That's everybody in it. And he's protesting against what he was. Say now he's not gonna do it no more. He protesting against the negative stuff that comes with the flag. No place is perfect. No place will ever be perfect. But if he wanted to be a little bit better, why are you against that? I mean, you sit up there saying no. I mean, basically, how I take it is you just saying nope. You don't even want to hear that stuff. So basically, make me feel like you don't even really care. But nobody cares about nothing until it happens to somebody that we care about. Y'all know I like to end stuff on a joke or something happy or something funny, but that was just some real shit right now. So anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. I want to thank y'all for listening again. This has been the Average O Podcast. Thank you for listening. You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at L2, the number 2, the THEO 24, L to the O 24. You can find this podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and YouTube. This has been the Average O Podcast. Thank you for listening. Peace.